Beatriz Haddad pulls off another miraculous comeback. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. She was down a set 3-love, ladies and gentlemen. After last match, she was down 5-1. Beatriz Haddad does not quit. She has a lot of fight in her. An amazing victory here over the defensive powerhouse, Sarah Schubert-Sturmel. But Sarah does leave balls to be hit. So Beatriz Haddad, she said in the post-match interview, she just kept believing and kept fighting. She said being down 5-1 last match, she said down 3-love wasn't that big of an obstacle. That's the numeric lock, ladies and gentlemen. Even though she was down big, a huge underdog in the live, that's a numeric lock, and it came through. I had Beatriz Haddad on the money line winning this match. But nonetheless, let's get back to the match, ladies and gentlemen. Beatriz Haddad, an amazing baseliner, left forehand. These stats in this match were insanely scary. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They were literally identical. Take a look at this. Now, they did change a bit here as Beatriz Haddad got the break in the 11th service game. She would close out in the 12th service game of the third set. Both ladies, 2 double faults. Beatriz got 67% of her first serves in play to 66% of Sarah's. First serve points won. Now, that was tied at 55%, and this is the difference maker. This is how Beatriz pushed ahead to win. 54% first serve points won for Sarah, 67 for Beatriz. It was tied at 55. At about the 8th or 9th service game, going into the 10th service game, dead even at 55. Beatriz did surge ahead there, of course, with the break and the hold. The return stats, the first return points was identical. Beatriz did pull away with the final break. She won 46% of Sarah's first serve return points, 61% of her second serve return points, 23 winners for Beatriz, 23 unforced errors. Now, Sarah did only have 15 unforced errors, but only 9 winners. She couldn't really put Beatriz away when she had her opportunities. She did break back in the 10th service game, but she could not hold in the 11th, and Beatriz did in the 12th service game. Beatriz in her post-match interview, very emotional. She started to break down and cry. She did mention Gustavo, which is her idol as a kid. He's helped her through her career, and that's a beautiful story. Beatriz Haddad will face Ons Jabeur next in the quarterfinal. Both ladies making their first quarterfinal here. History made. We have a Brazilian woman, an African woman. Sounds like I'm about to tell a bar joke, but I'm not, guys. That is history, guys. Now, they've played twice. Ons Jabeur owns the head-to-head, the most recent coming at Stuttgart this year, where I told you Ons would win that match. She won it 6-3. She gave Beatriz a bagel in the second set, 6-love. Will that happen again? We all know that clay is Ons' best surface. Stuttgart, that was a pretty lopsided match. Beatriz, the baseliner, was forced to come forward, stop, cut, pivot, and just cover all areas of the court as Ons is such a good shot maker. Beatriz emotional. For now, celebrate, rest, and recover. She has the biggest match of her life coming up in 2 days. Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. See you back here soon.